The Australia Post Office, situated in Sanford Village, is used by hundreds of the residents every day, and as of recent there has been a surge of parcels being sent out due to the new social and travelling restrictions enforced by the government. To cope with the increased load and new restrictions, the Sanford Post Office has been making small changes to regulate certain activities and customers using their services. Through periodical observation, these changes have presented themselves. Three distinct differences in operation: customer drop-offs compared to customer transactions, traffic flow regulations, and managing these customers during peak hours. A visit to the post office always starts with parking your car in the lot, and depending on whether a customer is dropping off an item or making a transaction, the way they approach parking can vary. From observing during peak hours, this being opening, lunchtime and closing, people doing drop-offs park closer to the office, sometimes even choosing to park in the designated spots. Generally, this gets in the way of people that the designated parks are for. However, this has not been the case from my observation. The customers dropping off have been able to get in and out quickly and reduce person-to-person contact by doing so. People wanting to make a transaction typically take longer between arrival and departure compared to a drop-off. Because of this, they tend to park out of the way around the corner. This decision is only relevant because of the shop's location being situated towards the left side of the plaza. The store location as it currently stands is only beneficial for the designated parkers like the disabled and the pickup van. However, it sees much more traffic from the general population. Being the store that receives the most traffic, it should have been located between the two larger parking areas, spreading the traffic out evenly. The location change of the store also addresses the issue of congestion at the entrance to the car park during peak hours, as the customers aren't turning around near the entrance as often, as letting the traffic flow much easier. Because of the new social distancing regulations, the layout of the post office underwent changes to directly control traffic flow and promote a circular one-way road system that reduces person-to-person contact. Before these changes were implicated, the layout of the store encourages customers to walk in and out of the store displays, comfortably browsing products and spending more time in store. A layout such as this allows for too many person-to-person contacts to be made, therefore making it unsafe according to the new regulations. By simply combining the 4 displays into 2 longer displays spanning the post office's length, free flow traffic has been heavily reduced. Not only does this cut down on the social interactions taking place, but it forces customers not to spend time leisurely after they have made a transaction. The narrow exits around the sides make for an uncomfortable experience browsing, subconsciously forcing the customers through to the end of the row and out the door. Because of how effective this layout is at moving traffic, none of the customers are paying attention to the merchandise for sale. Losing small sales like these over a long period of time can be quite substantial. Making a well-designed layout with their customers' habits in mind is a very important tool for consistent sales. The new layout design still incorporates a one-way street system, lots of room to display merchandise, and a queue 1.5 meters apart. Yet the rounded display counters promote a relaxed and calm environment that is easily browsed even after making a transaction, compared to the sharp, regionalized feeling of the square displays and short hallways. Not only do the customer's state of mind benefit from this, but so do the employees and managers. Having an open environment allows the workers to have an unobstructed view of customers showing interest in the merchandise, so they are able to regulate the maximum capacity, spread the customers horizontally showing each of their faces, and allowing them to monitor any suspicious activity, and to use the merchandise as a conversation starter to help promote and sell the product. Monitoring the capacity of the post office becomes even more necessary during peak hours business, after opening, midday and closing time. It's quite common to see packing tape as dividers to encourage social distancing practice between the customers themselves and the employees. However, this does not always get the job done, as you can see here, as both customers being served are violating the health and safety guidelines by stepping over the tape. With the new arrangements, a door clerk will be a viable option for the post office to help with many of the tasks, opening the door, greeting the customers, helping them locate what they want to buy, so they're not left wandering the shop, enforce social distancing, hygiene, and much more. Sanford Post Office has made changes to their layout due to the new social distancing rules, and because of this the rate at which they sell non-post related products has almost completely diminished. There are fewer friendly interactions between customers themselves and customers and employees as they are hurried out the door by the one-way road system-like layout. By simply changing the layout to be open and free-flowing to an extent, the post office can keep enforcing social distancing practices while still selling the regular amount of non-postal merchandise.